This is a ceremonial moment. Let me start to have a few words about the Hungarian chapter of the American Chemical Society, which was founded more than 10 years ago upon the initiative Attila Pavlác, a Hungarian origin head of the American Chemical Society, and for a while, for 10 years, it was the single European chapter of the American Chemical Society. The society in 2010 decided to establish a memorial awarding system and was choosing Csaba Horvath to honor his achievement in science and also to contribution to the American and Hungarian scientific life. The lectureship, which was established, is awarded in every 3 years to recognize the innovative researchers and frontiers of chemistry and separation sciences. So a few words about Csaba, personnel, which I get the honor to know personally and have got the honor to work for him personally for a while as outside co-workers. Started his career here in Hungary in the 50s, and then after the Hungarian Revolution, as 200,000 other Hungarians chose the life of being refugee and left the country that time, joined to Germany to the Höchst and then to the Harvard Medical School. Incidentally, his original idea of discovering the HPLC, namely using high pressure for a flow system, the chromatograph, was invented and suggested at the Harvard University, but the university didn't like it and terminated his contract, so he joined to the Yale. And the Yale was which gave him host for starting research and discovering the HPLC system. He has been considered as the father of the HPLC for leading to continuation of the HPLC research for several decades. As a honor, the American Chemical Society was listed him as in the among the others with the greatness in chemistry: Crick and Watson, Linus Pauling, Curie, and Rutherford. Csaba Horvath got his award in 2002. He introduced a lot of new terms in separation science that's not known today. The word high performance liquid chromatography, HPLC, came from him. Pellicular packing, isocratic elution, multimodal separation are just some of the terms he introduced into the science. And one of the secret of his results was that I still remember that in his laboratory a quotation from Dante's Hell was put: abandon all hope who enter here without data. Important message to us today also in the flow chemistry. Well, in 2010 the first awardee was Professor Barry Karger of the Barnett Institute of Chemical and Biological Analysis. This is in the Northeast University in Boston. He was working that time with Csaba together and was pioneering in capillary electrophoresis and combining with mass spectrometry, still doing that research. This year, it is my honor to introduce the awardee, Professor Peter Seeberger, director at the Max Planck Institute for Colloids and Surfaces in Potsdam, Germany, and professor also at the Free University of Berlin. Peter studied chemistry and biochemistry in Erlangen Germany, and then in Boulder, Colorado in the States. After completing his PhD, was doing research at the Sloan Kettering Cancer Research Center in New York, and then built an independent research program at the MIT in Boston, where he was promoted to the Firmenich Associate Professor of Chemistry with tenure after just 4 years. After 6 years, as he got already a chair as professor at the ETH in Zurich, and later he was assumed position as director at the Max Planck Institute for Colloidal Surfaces in Potsdam, besides the professorship at the Free University of Berlin. In addition, he serves as affiliate professor at the Sanford Bernheim Institute for Medical Research in the West Coast, La Jolla, excellent weather, and he is honorary professor at the University of Potsdam. He is doing actively research on chemistry and biology of carbohydrates, and is getting more and more acknowledged as a father of the carbohydrate research worldwide, focusing on using continuous flow chemistry and automation associated with chemistry and flow chemistry. His research is very much focused on using the carbohydrate chemistry for vaccine development, and quite a broad range from engineering to immunology, which led to 325 journal articles, 2 books, more than 30 patents, over 100 published abstracts, and more than 600 invited lectures. That's quite a substantial traveling, I think. His work was recognized also by more than 25 international awards from the US, Germany, Israel, Holland, Japan, just to mention a few countries. In Switzerland, he was elected among the 100 most important Swiss, which is, I think, quite a achievement, taking into consideration the Swiss attitude, and taking consideration that, as far as I know, you are German by birth.
We may have known that, we don't know.
Yeah. He was elected also member to the Berlin-Brandenburg Academy of Sciences. So let me join my voice to others in congratulating Professor Seeberger for his outstanding contribution to science and industry. I have to stress here that several of his patents has been already introduced to the industry, and large corporations, small joint ventures are using that patents in the practice. In addition, it's worth to mention his voluntary work at the Hope of Africa Foundation, that dealing with improving health care in Ethiopia, and he's doing that directly, and also his spin-off companies, which are among others in the USA and Germany, helping that humanitarian efforts. Congratulations again, and let me forward you the awarding document, together with a small check of a moderate sum of $1,000 US, which is symbolizing the appreciation from.
Thank you very much.